They keep changing the screens. When we were last in Fair Isle, we walked up to the Puffin Cliffs, but I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see puffins. Well, the captain just made an announcement that no Fair Isle today, and there are gale conditions, so we can't do any kind of a landing. It's a good thing we've been there and done it. Look at my other video that's already up on YouTube. Oh, there's a lighthouse on Fair Isle. There's also an ancient breed of sheep, the Soay sheep, that lives wild here. It will be interesting to see whether or not we are actually going to have an excursion or not. To me, the waves don't look that terrible, but we're not by St. Kilda on Hilda. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the island out there. There in that cove, that must have been where the former residents all lived. Once home to Britain's most remote island community, in 1930, after 4,000 years of continuous habitation, the people living on St. Kilda's Herta Island were evacuated at their own request. The tiny museum that remains is a record of how hard life was on this exposed island. There is an abandoned village and distinctive circular stone buildings used to store peat, eggs, and smoked puffins. Oh, poor little smoked puffins. St. Kilda is a UNESCO Double World Heritage Site. The outlying stacks and islands, which are the remains of a volcanic crater, provide legends for thousands of nesting seabirds. You can see the expedition team is going back and forth scouting out the landing. We'll see if we actually get there. Once again, this is an exploratory expedition cruise. You never know what you're going to actually set foot on. I have no idea what kind of birds those are. Well, unfortunately, another landing was aborted, so this is all you're going to see of St. Kilda. The landing site is considered unsafe and the wind is picking up. Goodbye, St. Kilda. The captain is doing a sail around St. Kilda to see birdies. There are over 60,000 pairs of northern gannets here, the second largest gannet colony in the world, and many other seabirds, including Atlantic puffins, fulmars, guillemots, and kittiwaks. Kittiwaks, I never remember how to pronounce it. Pretty hole in that rock. Do you want a good laugh? I kept thinking to myself, why does it look like we're standing or sailing still, if you could sail still? They just made an announcement for the last couple of hours. There's something the matter with the anchor, and they're doing anchor repairs. How about anchors away, my boy? Hopefully we'll be underway soon, but that's a new one. Since you can see that we're moving, it's obvious they fixed the anchor, whatever the problem was with it. The captain also announced that we're diverting into a sea that's the inner Hebrides. Hebrides? Hebrides is the way I would pronounce it, because there's a big low pressure system and it'll be a little bit calmer tonight. The This is our current position, heading toward the Isle of Skye. There's Portree up there. That's where we spent a few days. And this is where we are right now. The afternoon tour or walk that was supposed to be around here somewhere at Loch Scavig has been aborted because the expedition team deemed it was way too slippery for people just to get out of the Zodiacs, and they couldn't find another landing spot. And I've got to tell you, I give them credit for aborting, because you have possibly 100 passengers that are extremely disappointed by the decision. That's not an easy call for them to make. So instead of that, they're doing a 30-minute Zodiac cruise around part of the Isle of Skye here. I am not bothering. Not going. It's just too bad that all the really interesting off-the-beat isles we couldn't get to because of the high seas and winds. The weather wasn't bad out. It wasn't pouring rain or anything. It was just the seas did not cooperate.